folks. My name is Miranda. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a licensed professional counselor and sex therapist in Erie, Pennsylvania. And today I want to talk about minor attracted persons. You may have noticed that I'm using the term minor attracted persons instead of the more commonly used term hetero. This term simply means that the person has an enduring sexual or romantic attraction to minors. They've not chosen this attraction, just as the rest of us have not chosen whatever our attraction is. And you don't get to choose to be a minor attracted person. Some minor attracted persons are attracted to a specific age range of minors, while some are not. And some minor attracted persons are exclusively attracted to minors and are not attracted to adults at all. Some minor attracted persons are also attracted to adults. Vote.
All right, Shalom, Mike. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teach His word in all true faith and sincerity. And today, I just would like to title this lesson, The Coming Rain, which that's the judgment that's coming. But that rain is going to be by the way of this thermonuclear fire. So that's going to be the medicine for the earth, man. You know, that's going to be the solution to the problems of the world, so-called. It's going to be this destruction. You know, people, from a nigga standpoint, they think things would be better if they introduce the black dollar or vote another president in. You know, certain things to try to keep this place going. No. The solution is for the Lord Yahweh Ashmael Shah to destroy this place, man. And we just seen the example of that. You know, you got maps now, which that might be another letter added to the alphabet, mafia. Instead of the letter P, they using the letter M. But it's the same thing that was taking place in the time of Noah. Matter of fact, let's start off with this. Let's start off. Yep, this is it. Genesis 6 and verse 5. It says, "And the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth." See? And that every imagination of his heart was only evil continually. See? And that's what we seeing in this time as well. Our Lord said, as in the days of Noah. So the same shit is happening. The thoughts of pretty much these people's heart is only evil continually. That's why they coming out with new genders, no genders. Your sexual preference and all that is has been expanded through the wickedness of this devil. Now a man, he ain't just reserved to a woman. They have it, not animals or it's some crazy shit, man. Look, turn. And that's just scratching the surface, man. But this is what we seeing on the earth. So the Lord, matter of fact, let me jump down. Let me jump down. Verse 11. It says, the earth also was corrupt before the Most High, and the earth was filled with violence. See? And it's the same thing. The so-called white man, the sword himself is in power. And that's the only thing you see is violence. Even your diet is violent. Nigga that's on the pork, that's a violent diet. You know, especially you eat, you know, these certain things that the Lord have deemed as abominable and for us not to touch. The what it does to our insides. Now your foot gone. But these different ways and wayward ideologies and outlooks, it all leads to death, man. It said, and the Most High looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. See, so going those different wayward doctrines. He said, the Most High said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth. See, so pretty much the solution was Yahweh Shema Shah to destroy, you know, that system by the way of the flood. That was the solution. Lord brought forth that rain. You couldn't vote nobody in to change that up. You couldn't introduce a new way and try to, you know, only way things were going to be made right was the Lord had to destroy this place, man. Back then, and it's no different now, man. You know? So this is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3. And I started at verse 6. It said, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished. See, so the flood that was a major transition that took place. You know, because in that time they didn't expect that major event to take place on the earth. They walking after their own lust, eating, drinking, marrying, and giving in marriage, banqueting. You know, then suddenly the floods came upon them. It's no different today. These people don't think a major event is going to take place that's going to drastically change their lives. You know, that some type of form of adversity to come, they're going to always, you know, prevail. It ain't just the thoughts of these elites. They have also triggered down to just these regular old Babylonians, man. But they, you know, they don't acknowledge, they forget that the Lord, he already judged the earth in a major way by the flood. It says, but the heavens and the earth, which are now, see, this current system, you know, which Peter wrote this, who was empowered the Romans. But the key word says now, because guess what? The same niggas ruling. You know, this revised Roman Empire, the Edomites. The heavens and earth, which are now, by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. See? So that's the judgment. Because it's the same thing, man. They're doing the same acts. You know? And that's why the solution is the rain. Matter of fact, because that's why the Lord's talk about the days of Noah, but it also as in the days of Lot. Because these different miracles, also known as spiritually Sodom, and these, you know, when you hear about the time of Noah, you know, you think about the wickedness, but you also think about the judgment that came with it. Same thing with the time of Lot. You know about Sodom and Gomorrah, that story, and how they got down. But then the judgment came with that name as well. with their rain, fire, and brimstone. It's because that was the solution. You know. Let's see. Luke 17. I started verse 26. It said, "As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the sons, and it's like also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all." See, and that wasn't they eating and drinking and marrying again. That was these people was loose. That turned the old school turn they loose. You know, partying like it's 1999. That YOLO spirit. As we read Genesis 6 chapter says that it was only evil continual in their hearts. And we seeing that they were the devil himself is in power. And you seeing his heart playing out through his legislations. These different wayward ideologies, his rhetoric, the trends. This nigga made skinny jeans a thing, man. Just think about it. Just niggas. Now you get these hardcore niggas. And they can't pull their motherfucking pants past their thighs, man. But that's part they gotta have their ass. You know what I mean? It was the those elites started that trend, man. But as you can see, the solution was the flood and destroy them all. You can't vote nobody in. You can't write a legislation to try to make America better. No, the solution is the destruction. This is likewise also as in the days of Lot. See, likewise. So also, that means it's the same spirit on the earth because America is spiritually Sodom. That's what we just played the clip. You got the term maps now to really justify those P's. As you see now, that's a derogatory term. That's not a term. That's just like saying nigger or gook or cracker now. That's just a derogatory term. So call them maps. Which in the time, Lot, it tell you there was some old homos and there was some young homos who was trying to get at the Lot, man. He said, likewise also as it was in the days of Lot. They did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built it. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained, see, fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. So that's the solution. The rain. So wash away the wickedness. But it's going to be by the way of that fire, man. The World War III. See, that's what's going to fix everything. And Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai bring forth this destruction. Tell the heaven's going to pass away with a great noise. Which is this destruction, man. As a matter of fact, we'll end off on 2 Peter 2. 2 Peter 2 and verse 5, it reads, "And spare not the old world." See, the old world is no resemblance of that old world, the system. Only evidence that's left is the ark. It's just remnants of the ark. That's the only thing they got from the old world. It's nothing that resembles no relic. Yeah, I mean, nothing of that. The Lord didn't lead. He didn't spare it. This is but save Noah, a person, a preacher of righteousness. See, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. See, so he's a preacher of right. So he would tell you that he was condemning the world. And it says bringing in the flood upon the world of ungodly. So that was the Lord through Noah revealed these plans, which was the flood, introducing these people to a new idea called rain, and they was going to actually be a part of that scene, you know. That was the solution. The flood. It says, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow. And guess what? Lot, he declared these things as well. So he was introducing those Sodomites to that judgment. Tells you that when he was at the gates, down at the gates, he was so adamant had the angels to come into his home. He knew how them Sodomites get down. Tell you the freaks come out at night and all that. Hey, I think that's today. But you see the results. You know, Lord had to pretty much reduce those places to ashes, man. Making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. So that just proves that the Lord's gonna do this on a bigger scale, man. And the bigger scale is the example of America. It's just not gonna just be a region. No, the whole land of America is gonna be ashes, man. As well as other parts of the earth, but this place is the headquarters of wickedness, man. So that's why this is gonna be a great destruction. So the coming rain, that's the solution. So yeah, I can just hold it with edifying, like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham Rachah Kodash. The honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect that teach word on true faith and sincerity. DTA, Bob Ball. Soon. Very soon.